I don't know. Apparently, marriage has made me much more desirable because before I really never got these tags, and suddenly, and the tag is coming consistently. So, firstly, thank you. Quite ironical to be voted Chennai Times most desirable when considering the current situation. Quite an irony, but thank you. I I'm not really. First of all, I'm not very great at receiving compliments or awards, so you wouldn't. I get very uncomfortable with awards and with compliments. Everybody knows that about me. People who are closest to me know that about me. So I wouldn't really know how to reply exactly to this. No, especially today in the times that we live in, I think desirability is more the impression that you leave on a person, not really the physicality, not just a pretty face, but especially in the times that we live in, it is honestly the impact that you can make on another person's life that makes you more desirable. Yeah, I don't think anybody has told me that, like, in a very long time that they find me desirable, or I think lately it's always been about the work that I've been doing, and I think that has somehow reflected in the desirability quotient. It's the risks and the hard work that I make with the films that I've been doing over the last few years that maybe is the reason for this sudden shift in finding me desirable. Actually, I didn't tell him. Yeah, I didn't tell him as yet, actually. I have to be honest. A while back, right? Maybe 4, 5 years back, being on these lists was very important to me, and I used to wonder, okay, I'm probably not desirable. I don't make it to any of these lists, and that was a very different phase of my life. They always say, I guess, when you want something, uh, you don't really like get it, and then when you let things go or like it doesn't affect you anymore, suddenly you show up on all of these lists. So maybe like 4 years back or 5 years back, if I this was happening, I would run to everybody and say, what, I'm the most desirable. But I think that phase has slowly moved away, and I'm in a space where, like I said, making an impact through my films and through the voice that I have and the responsibility that I have is my yardstick of being desirable today. Yes, absolutely. I It comes with a lot of responsibility as well as for the reason that I've been in the industry for so long, and young people tend to get influenced pretty easily. So yes, I make sure that that really has pushed me to become the person that I am today. The responsibility of it all. I don't like shirking off responsibilities. I like taking them on as hard as they may be sometimes. I've never ever been the person to take the easy route. I've always I get hurt and I get sad, and but I always end up still taking the hard route of it all. So yeah,
Right.
I guess people certain people hate me for it. uh, well, like I think I've been in the industry long enough. I know these phases of love, phases of hate. I've seen enough of it all. It doesn't surprise me anymore. But I wouldn't say that it's still not hard. I would not, someone who's being bullied on social media, I would not take that lightly. I would not tell them, you know what, be strong, or ignore. I would definitely empathize because it's definitely not easy. Being bullied on social media is could have a lot of repercussions. It could have a lot of repercussions to mental health and to depression. So I'm not going to what do you call what can I say? I'm not going to make it seem like it's a small issue.
Yeah.
If I can handle it. I've experienced it over the years. I can handle it. Some others might not be able to handle it, and they should definitely be able to seek the help that they need from friends and family. And I really wish that friends and family are there for them. So bullying on social media is no small matter. Uh, Taking them head on is has never ever been the solution. Um, I let, but I've always given an appropriate answer, whether it is something I wear, or the film, or the work that I'm doing. There has always been an answer to the questions that have been fired at me, but never, you know, getting down dirty, in the mud. Uh, the pandemic has, um, you know, has really brought out the worst and the best side of a lot of people, and it has forced us to really, before the pandemic, we could all run and hide behind our jobs and our hectic lifestyle. But the pandemic has really forced us to look at ourselves for what we are in the mirror. So it has been very uh, eye opening, and it has also been very tough, like how it has been for the rest of the world. But I think the glimmer of hope in all of this is to just see the number of people. I have so many people around me who otherwise wouldn't lift a finger for another person, or they didn't have any sort of, like, they were not the kind who would go out there and help people and give. But this pandemic has really shown me a lot of angels as well. A lot of people who have come together to help strangers at any time of the day, night. So that has been extremely inspiring and very hopeful, that whatever may be the situation, as bad as a pandemic, also that there are good people, and I'm so proud to know so many of them, and they are my source of inspiration through this all. Uh, um, well, I've always been very hardworking, um, but I've always been very insecure, and I had a lot of self doubt. I think over the years, that has changed. I've learned to deal with my insecurities, and I have learned to take bigger risks. So I think that has completely changed. I had to also build confidence. So I would say I built confidence, and I faced my insecurities and took bigger risks. These are probably the three biggest changes that I have noticed, because I was always hardworking. It's just that I was too scared. I guess right now, before, when I used to select scripts, it was always about, is this film going to be a big hit or not? if it's going to be a big hit, I'm going to accept to do the film. It was more about I was collecting hits in my kitty. But of late, the film has to really challenge me. The role has to challenge me. It's not so much about the hits anymore, but it's about uh, it's about pushing boundaries. I believe that women in lead roles right now are killing it. If that's what you're asking, they're absolutely killing it. Apple TV has a separate section, right? Women in lead roles. So I think whether all over, it's like a worldwide. It's noticeable worldwide that women are coming to the forefront. I just hope that the roles that we are given are not just of underdogs, but also of superheroes and heroes, and the powerful, but not just always. I've always noticed women-centric roles somehow portray the girl as a weak underdog who rises to the occasion. So I wish that would change. I wish that we are portrayed from a position of strength, and I do believe that I do believe that women should be headlining more films. Definitely. They just didn't think of me. Yeah, if they didn't think of me, there were hundreds of films. Like I feel every time I watch a Bhatt film, I'm like, wow, she's so good. I wish I could do that because she's just like really, really killing all of the roles that she's being offered, and she's really setting the bar really high, especially considering how young she is. Yeah, so every time that she does something, I feel like, damn, I wish I got something like that. Kadal, I think that's going to be hilarious. I am extremely excited about that film. It's it's hilarious just to shoot it. So I'm thinking that the audience will really have fun watching it. Also, Vijay Sethupathi is a blast and Nayanthara is explosive. So it's a great, great combination to work with. I'm very excited about that actually. Yeah, I think of late, people are more appreciative of the other's work, and I think a lot is changing in the industry. Like I had an absolute fabulous time working with Nayanthara, and off screen as well. We have a very good relationship, and I think I really think that it's time. We're really such a small community, anyways. There's just a bunch of us, so I guess we're stronger together, uh, and we could do great things together. Uh, I catch up with all my school friends. I go home and shock their parents. That's fun.
Alright.
uh, so yeah, very low key actually.
Okay.
Nothing fancy. I love the beach. I make sure I go there in the evening because I spent so much time in the beach growing up, and I really, really miss the beach. I
Mm.
really miss the food, the breakfast. I really, really miss it. Every time anybody says here, "Hey, I got good South Indian breakfast," I say, "I slap you! Don't even say good." I, well, you know, when I when I speak in Tamil, that's like, it's the language that I have been born and brought up with, and um, that and with Telugu is something that I learned and I picked up. So there's a sort of connect that I feel immediately when I'm speaking in Tamil and doing a Tamil film. And I this is something that I've been born and brought up with, right? So I can immediately feel that connect, and I can relate a lot more because of the language. So with Telugu, I learned this language and I'm still learning the language. I'm still understanding words. So I would say for me on a personal level, the language does
Is
make a
the
difference. Okay, so thank you to all of you who voted for me as the most desirable. You made a girl extremely happy today.